What's up? Welcome to another edition of the best women's boxing show, period. I am Cynthia Conte and my lovely host with the sexy braid rocking again. What?
Hey.
Give it to us, girl. Give it.
So welcome. Hello, everyone. I'm Jeandra LeBeauf. As you know, I am back braided up and looking like a respectable human being. Shout out to my braider. And we are back in Vegas. I'm so happy to be back in Vegas with you. I just barely left, but we're back again and I love it.
I know. And so many things happened from the last time we were here because obviously we made a prediction, which we never ever do, but we did make. And so by the time you guys see this, obviously the Tank Romero fight has already happened. And some of the predictions that we're going to give on this show are going to be for this week's fight. So you'll see on next week of our recap. But Tank Romero, you were to the T, Jeandra, to the T. If you guys missed it, check out our Kaylee Reese interview that's up right now on our channel. She said it's not going to end well for Romero, but he did all right. But it was a 6-round knockout.
The irony that Canelo is such a big fan of Tank Davis, because their fight reminded me of when Canelo fought Amir Khan. How Amir Khan came out and he was fighting well over the course of several rounds, and then boom, he got knocked out. And that was the same thing that happened with Tank and Rolly. Rolly was fighting well over the course of the rounds, and boom, he got knocked out.
He walked into that fight.
He really did.
I mean, walked into that. It was a really bad left hand. But I mean, credit to Romero. He did really well. Honestly, I believe. So all you boxing tards, Twitter people, a lot of people thought that he was also winning up until the point that happened. I mean, Romero was boxing very, very well. He just got a little sloppy. He decided to brawl. You do not brawl with Tank. Because at first I thought Tank hurt his hand.
Yes, I thought so too. He did like this kind of weird, like type of thing, and clearly it wasn't enough to slow down the onslaught because he hurt really bad.
Yeah, and we also know that Tank is a very slow starter, so he was building up. And what I did kind of love, I mean, it was kind of funny seeing that Tank would just be screaming out in the audience. I guess someone was shouting something, and Tank's probably saying, "Shut the fuck up! I'm about to get ready and knock this motherfucker out."
Yeah, what was up with that? Why were they talking so much, everybody?
I don't know, but there were a lot of fights that were happening in the stands, too. Just saying.
They probably were watching a good fight, too. They were like, hold on, Rolly, hold on. There's something going on over there in Lodge Suite 37, seat 52A. Look.
Yep. But it was really sweet when they panned to the mom dancing and singing, and it was great, why was Tank looking at her? Because he said in the post-fight interview, I just love to have fun during my training camp because it gets so monotonous and boring. And to see his mom, it's almost like it takes him back to just remember have fun. And I love that. And, that's a side of Tank, and especially fighters that we never get to see because you always see them in work mode. Right. So I love that about him. But congratulations, Gervonta, Rolly, great job. You know what? Win, lose, or draw, you got massive hands. You have a very unorthodox style. You're going to give a lot of people problems, and it's the first blemish on your record and maybe the last one. So we'd love to see you and we'd love to see you on our brown table talk, so come on in. For
sure. I mean, there's worse people to lose to. If you're going to lose, you're going to lose to Gervonta Davis.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know, at the time of the stoppage, Rolly was ahead on one scorecard, 48-47, and down on the other two. So he is a formidable foe at other people in that division. There's a lot he can do. He's super young. So, yeah, definitely not the end, and he could do a lot of great things because he can grow and learn from this.
Well, so now that we've been talking about some fights, we have a very big fight. Crazy enough, it's on a Tuesday night for us here in America. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is the best. Inoue versus Donaire 2. The Monster takes on the Filipino Flash in Japan. Yes, it's on a Tuesday at 3 a.m. So y'all just put your reminders in your alarm. But this is a fight that we have been wanting to see. It's on Top Rank. Is it pay-per-view? I don't know. Maybe just Top Rank. ESPN. I'm sorry, ESPN Plus. So this is a fight that no one thought the Monster could be hurt. And Nonito did hurt him. I mean, he's the one that busted his eye, I think in the 3rd round. I can't remember. But we had him in here, him and his wife, talking to us, and he said, I can punch hard too.
Yes, he can.
Yeah.
That fight was so amazing. I loved their first fight. I got up like many of you. Like I know you did. You still got it in your phone.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm so looking forward to seeing this fight. I will be up at 3 with you guys on Boxing Twitter watching the fight. But it's highly competitive. Donaire in itself, he is amazing. At his age, like if you go back and watch our interview, that's a bomb interview.
Yep.
And him just talking about his mental focus and clarity and love for the sport and that journey for him after wanting to retire in 2012. That was a great interview.
Yeah.
He's amazing, and this is going to be a great fight.
I know. I really want to see how Inoue is going to look, especially, with the eye, because honestly, sometimes when there's a cut, especially in the eye, it's easily terrible. So will that cut reopen? Will Nonito be able to land at will all the time on Inoue's face? Will Inoue be able to hurt Donaire again? I mean, it's such a good and close fight that, of course, this deserved a rematch. But we're all here for it. We will be there 3 a.m, wherever you look at. You have to look it up at wherever you live, because I know I'll be up at 3 a.m. Jeandra will be up at 3:30 in the morning, and we will be tweeting live from when everyone's in Japan. So don't fall asleep. But yeah. Do you have a prediction for this? I'm not predicting this fight. This is too hard.
So that's nay. Well, that just means thank you very much. I thought I was being real tight. I thought I was being real tight with dropping a little Japanese bomb. I don't know. We got to get Rachel Donaire to come back after so we can talk about strategy and what they saw in the first fight. But I truly don't know, because you can never count Nonito Donaire out.
Yeah, and Rachel is the head trainer, as you all know. She's the head trainer and also the wife of Nonito Donaire. So that would be great to have her back. And you know what? She really knows her boxing. So we really want to know what the strategy is going in, whether either he's victorious or not. So this is going to be such a good fight.
Do you think if he comes up short, this will be his last fight?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I honestly don't think so, because he just says he's just getting started.
Ooh.
Right? And he's what? He's
39.
He's younger than us. Yeah, he'll be 30. He'll be 40. So he still has a couple years left in the tank, but it just depends on how he wins or how he loses or how this fight goes.
Yeah.
So it all, just as long as both of you are healthy and safe in the ring, that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
This is going to be a first for us, Jeandra, for Best Women's Boxing Show, period. So as you guys know, we do talk about boxing, and we do talk about women in boxing, women that are fans of boxing, women that know how to throw hands, just women in general in the sport. So please, if they say, well, why are they interviewing? Shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
So, but our very first guest for today, I know, 2 times. This is a very first for us, and we're really excited because we have our very first bare knuckle fighter, champion and female champion.
That's some badass shit.
They all know her as the Misfit. Man, she's brutal. She's savage. She can throw hands. She's so scary. She's got some scary knockout power, and she's the champion, the bare knuckle. The. All right, Miss Christine Fereia. Look at her. She's like that part. That cut in the neck. Yeah, that's scary.
That's what I'm saying. I like that in a fighter. Let them know from the rip out the gate. Right? I'm here to kick your ass. Let them know. And you are definitely that. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Mike, where's your belt? You were showing us your shiny belt.
Yeah, bring out the armor.
Boom.
Woo! That's what I call me some jewelry.
Okay, bare knuckles boxing.
I know, I'm fine. But the belt makes me handsomer. No,
I know that's right. Represent champ.
It's your bling bling. But Christine, it's a lot of. We didn't know who we were going to interview, and then when we were putting our list together and thinking of all the women in the sport, and also men, we do interview men also. But when we looked into, oh my God, I watched your Britain Hart fight yesterday. Yeah. My God, you fucked her eye up. Poor girl. I mean, and it was weird because I didn't, I knew that you were a bare knuckle fighter, but I didn't realize I was watching a bare knuckle fight. I just saw you in an octagon and you were fighting, and I'm like, this girl got a great stand up. I'm like, is she gonna do anything else? Is she gonna rest? But I was like, I didn't even think about anything because you're also a professional Muay Thai fighter, a champion at best. Yeah. But goddamn, your hands.
I'm trying to get them good. I'm trying to get them better and sharper because I come from a Muay Thai background, and then I tried a little bit of MMA. I don't really like MMA. I like more of the stand-up game, using my hands, using my feet, and stuff like that. I got into MMA because there wasn't enough Muay Thai fights here. So I was like, I guess I got to take these MMA fights, and then had some MMA fights, and then I got outboxed, and I went into a boxing gym, and then I fell in love with boxing. I can't wait to get in there. It'll be 6 months since I fought last, so I'm ready to go.
For sure. Tell us more about yourself. I'm always interested in the origin story of fighters and what led them to it. You are Muay Thai champion, so was that your first discipline? What kicked off the love of fighting in general? Because it takes a very different type of person and mindset to even engage in that.
Right. I was going into a gym. I was out of shape, unhealthy. And I was like, damn, I was super younger. And I was like, I want to look better, like physically. So I just started going to the gym, and there was like a fight gym in there. And I was just looking, and like when I was younger, I used to fight on the streets and stuff like that. And so when I saw the fighters in there, they're like little 5'2" little Filipino girls, and I was like, I would beat the crap out of them.
Hey, wait a minute.
You are 5'2" Filipino.
I'm 5'4" to be exact. With heels, I'm 5'8".
I was with. So check it out. These girls, they were about 5'1", 5'2". I go in there, I was like, oh, I'm gonna, mop them up. Man, they beat the living shit out of me.
Oh, so sorry, no, I don't mean to be mean.
They did. So I learned, I got humbled quick, and it just caught me, like the competition. Like, how does that little? I'm about 5'5", 5'6", so I feel bigger. I feel like just my size will beat somebody up, right? No, I mean, these girls, they would catch my kicks, and I'd go flying in the air, and elbows and knees, and I'm like, and they did Sancho there, so there was like throws and a lot of sweeps, and man, I was in love. So they threw me in my first fight 2 months into training, and I went undefeated my whole Muay Thai career, and I kind of made for it, I think, and it's saved me in many ways and got me, just like you said about Nonito, talking about his mental game. That's my main focus is the mental game and focus and discipline. So as long as I keep my focus and my discipline, then I stay out of trouble, and then I'm a great fighter. I don't get knocked out. So it all falls in place for me.
Honestly, when you mention the focus and discipline about Nonito, you should really, really watch that interview with Nonito. Oh my goodness, the way he breaks down what he had to do mentally, spiritually, just for that, just to get his mind right. It was a lot of deep meditation and the thought process. But yeah, honestly, you would really, really enjoy it, especially if that's what you're really solely looking for right now, or not right now, but just in general.
Right. I like that kind of stuff. I study like the minds of like all the grades and stuff like that. And just people that really know how to dig into themselves, on a deeper level to be a better person, to be an elite athlete. It's necessary. You can't just fly through the fight game or life or your career. You've got to break it down, and you've got to have a sound mind,
She and Nonito would get along.
I know.
Y'all live in Vegas.
We train at the same gym.
Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah, you should approach him and just. You guys would have a great conversation. I do want to, you spoke about that Muay Thai saved you, and then, things about Muay Thai that you loved. But about boxing, I mean, boxing's, you're great at stand-up, but why did you choose solely boxing? Is there anything about it that just makes you, like, give you, like, just orgasms, basically? Just like, this is it. This is what it's all about.
So this boxing is beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's sexy. It's skill. It's classy. Everything about boxing is amazing. And the speed, the cadence, the footwork, the head movement, how much cardio you have to have, the endurance, just everything about it, the history, how great these fighters are. Sugar Ray Leonard, Mike Tyson. I mean, so many we can name right now. Canelo. These are just guys I study on a regular basis. just everything about it I love. And I want, like, I came from Muay Thai in my stand up, and of course they got hands, but not like educated hands. Like we hit hard in Muay Thai. There's like more power and who could take more damage. But in boxing, it's more of hit, don't get hit, being smart, not getting as much brain damage in the end type, like Mayweather says, everything about it is just so much a higher level of like skill. I feel like every combat sport has its skill and its fighting IQ, but I just feel like boxing is the superior.
When listening to you, people never talk about the nuances. As we talk to MMA fighters and Glory Kickboxing and all these different type of fighters, when you were making that transition to improving your stand-up game from Muay Thai, what were some of the challenges that you ran into, or habits you had to recondition yourself as effective in Muay Thai, but not as effective in boxing?
Right. I mean, in Muay Thai, I stand straight up and I lean back a lot because kicks are coming out of my head. So you do that in boxing. I mean, maybe they fainted. I come back, then he's coming with a boom, boom, like just the speed, the cardio, the footwork, the head movement. I mean, head movement for Muay Thai, if I go down, I might be getting a knee to the face.
Yeah.
Rolling is not very smart. I mean, and even if I come here, then I can get a teep to the face. It's called a teep is a front kick, a front kick to the face. Just many things I had to adjust, and I used to stand straight up a lot because I would kick, so I kept my legs straight when I would kick. So I would keep my legs straight when I was standing and just kick. And in boxing, you need to be in more of an athletic stance and be able to move and counter. My counter game has improved tremendously. Why I move certain ways when I'm the weight distribution, when I'm throwing my right hand, shifting my weight to my left foot for my right hook. I mean, my left hook, just certain things that like, I feel though that's not taught in MMA and Muay Thai. Like, it was more of a hit hard and throw that straight punch, not the mechanics of it. Like when I first walked into boxing gyms, the first thing they're telling me to do, they're teaching me is my footwork. So I'm learning it's from the ground up, not just, okay, go in there and see if you can survive. Like it's actually, they educate you and there's more of a breakdown. Like I understand why I'm slipping one way, or if I'm on a rope for head movement, when I'm slipping here, I'm coming under the overhand right, instead of just coming here, like I'm going under a rope and they don't tell me why I'm doing it,
we're listening to your breakdown because obviously you were really technically sound, like obviously Muay Thai, and then just learning the everything about boxing. So why did you end up choosing bare knuckle as opposed to putting on the gloves
or Glory Kickboxing?
Oh yeah,
they called me. So after I had lost a fight in MMA because she outboxed me by a smidge. By a smidge. I would beat her up now. No, I'm like, oh,
that's right.
Get that rematch,
She's
girl.
A champion, though. She's a champion, so I lost to a champion. I lost the boxing. Then I went into the boxing gym, and I just fell in love with it. And they called me. I don't know, but MMA. They were calling MMA fighters too. But it just so happened I was training with Gil Martinez there in Las Vegas, and I was like, at first I said, no, I'm not doing that because I thought it was some underground crap. Like,
no,
and I remember when I was
bare
young,
knuckle.
yeah, I was like, I thought it was underground, and I was like, no, dude, if I get my orbital broke, then I have no insurance. This is like, no, I'm good. And then I saw like some big names in there, and I was like, oh, this is real. Okay, let me try this.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, because I remember I interviewed Dave Feldman for Ring, and it's because trying to unlearn things, what I know about boxing, what bare knuckle, it's very different because obviously he broke down that why wearing gloves and not wearing gloves can hurt your brain and just a lot of crazy things. But honestly, let's just be honest here, Christine.
Yeah.
If you're getting hit, obviously, I mean, your threshold of pain is much more different than mine, being hit in the face with a glove and no glove. Which one do you honestly prefer?
I prefer no glove.
Really? Oh,
Because look, first of all, if I have a glove, I'm more comfortable getting hit, so I'm going to take more hits to the head.
yeah.
If you study my fights before and my fights now, I get hit way less
Okay.
because I don't want to get hit with that bare knuckle.
No one wants to get hit.
But I'd rather get hit. If I get hit with the bare knuckle, I'm awake. I'm awake, and if it's a hard shot, I'm most likely gonna go to sleep.
Yeah,
That's
true.
And I'd rather take less damage than take all the punches of the boxing. Bah, 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 bah. I'm taking 50 punches over 5 punches in bare knuckle.
Double H, Heather Hardy.
Okay. Oh yeah, because she hasn't fought in a couple of years either. I haven't seen her. But I mean, back then she was fighting a little bit more, so I was like, damn, she's pretty tough. And I want to challenge myself. So she's a great boxer, she has a lot of skill, very experienced. So why not come to bare knuckle? I mean, it would be a dope fight.
For sure.
You are 5-1 in bare knuckle, and is it hard? Because we see how it is in female boxing, because all the women they have to go up and down in weight. They complain that they can't get certain fights, and we understand that. It's not like men that they can just, there's a surplus of men.
Like 400 billion of them.
Yeah. Exactly. So, and for you in women's fighting in bare knuckle, how hard is it for you to get an opponent?
Oh my God. I bet you David Feldman hates me because of how hard he has to work to get these girls to sign.
Maybe because they're so scared of you. They see you got terrifying power, girl. I'm just saying.
It's because of Muay Thai. These Muay, like I give the credit to my Muay Thai trainers, because the way he trained me was like, he used to tell me equal rights, equal fights.
No, that's true. I wish that was right.
Okay.
Equal rights, equal fights. So like, no matter what he was telling me, because I would be doing my conditioning, and I'd be like, oh, it's so hard, it's so heavy, and he would just be like, you want to be treated equal, then you lift the equal weight. So like, he made me really strong, and I think that's one of my gifts. I feel like I just have enough power to really, like, when I touch somebody, they're like, whoa, what was that? So yeah, it's really hard to get fights.
Are you looking to cross over into boxing and hopefully maybe? Oh, you are. And if you were, I mean, obviously you just said Heather Hardy. Is there someone else that you would want to cross over and fight? Because you're a featherweight. I think I think they're different featherweights. I'm not sure, because I know MMA it's so different.
I know. I'm 125, so I could fight from 120 to probably 35.
Girl,
so
in boxing, you'd be going up to like welterweight, because everyone be jumping. Like, if Clarissa could go down to featherweight, she would. But but everyone we know, they go from like 3-4 weight classes, because that's where the fights are.
Yep, there's definitely some.
I would want Serrano. I'd want Taylor, of course. I want the best of the best. Get in the best shape of my life, and win or lose, I got to fight true great champions.
We see that on your Instagram that you do some. I saw the one with Rolly, and your face was priceless.
That was amazing! Like, the timing on that and how fast his counter was, like, it's beautiful.
Do you like him? There you go, as a fighter.
Oh yeah. I love Tank. I love his style. He's aggressive, and I mean, and his composure's came down. Like, his composure, like, and he's getting a little bit older, so he's maturing in himself, and. I like watching him. He's dope. And Rolly's Rolly, right? So
he'll just get better. Honestly, I think
exactly.
He's still young. He's very young. Yeah.
He's very, like, he's a little bit more immature within, like, with his demeanor right now, I think, but he'll grow into, a more composed.
I think with that, since he had a big fight, this was his very, like, massive, like, pay-per-view fight.
Right. Yeah.
I think I think since he got that taste of fame in that sense, he can only go up from. I'm hoping he can only go up from here, as long as he just continues to win and put on a good show, because he already has a great personality. He can sell the fight just by him talking. So
absolutely, yeah.
I like what you said earlier, how fighting saved you. Are there some things that boxing saved that you feel comfortable sharing with us? Can you tell us more about your journey and how fighting saved you?
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of all over the place growing up, you know. I grew up, we moved from one town to another and then said we were from that town, and then everybody was trying to jump my brother, and then I was started getting in fights with people, and so we were like fighting all the time and just kind of grew up kind of like that. So like when you grow like when we were like 13 years old, so when you're kind of growing up like that, it kind of like trickles into your adult if you don't get it, you know, nip it in the butt. So I got into some trouble from about 13 till about 21, just you know, just doing what I wanted, where I wanted, how I wanted,
Mm-hmm.
not without any rules applied, you know, no laws. I wasn't paying attention to those. Just drinking, eating bad, just partying, doing stuff like that. And when I got into fighting, I didn't want to. So I was still drinking and smoking weed and doing all that in the beginning, but then I noticed that I couldn't keep up with endurance, and then I started studying like what people who were good were doing, and they were eating clean, they were drinking protein shakes and doing yoga, you know what I mean, and running, and so I was like, oh, this is how I get better. So that's how I changed myself. So having a like a regiment to my life and having a really big goal really focused me and taught me a different lifestyle.
Do you remember the first fighter or thing that you read that impacted you to start making those shifts? Was it you kind of went to the gym and started taking it in all at once, but was there like a shift that you can remember exactly when the change started to happen for you?
Yeah, well, when I back then, you know, it was remember the Chris, I don't know if you guys remember the Chris Cyborg Gina Carano fight. It was an
Mm-hmm.
MMA fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the where I was like, oh my God. And it was in San Jose is where I'm from. I'm from Northern California, from the Bay Area. So they were fighting there, and I went to the weigh and I was like, holy, like we can really do something with this. Like women, I think they were the main event too for Strike Force.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I was like, it clicked. And then Zoila Frosto, she was another girl that I was like, wow, she's super beast. She was an MMA fighter. She's a really good kickboxer and Muay Thai girl. So those two women right there really, really influenced me and really made me believe that people will believe in us and that we can fight, and we have skill. We're capable of having that skill because you know, people would put us down as women, like you're not supposed to fight. This is a man sport. This is for men, you know, and the gyms are just full of men, you know. So it's there's a deterrence everywhere you go, even in my family. No, what do you want to fight? What, you know? So those girls right there are two women that really, really shifted my thinking into being a professional and really, really investing in myself.
Since you are a bare knuckle fighter, and when we've seen it, I remember when it debuted. I like it because I like bloody fights, but
Yeah,
it's bloody, all right. It's pretty
yeah, oh
savage.
yeah,
Because women here, they always complain, and men also complain about the women's fights. It's 10 rounds, 2 minutes. Bare knuckle is not. They're
yeah,
much longer. So it's much more savagery, much more bloodiness, much more
right,
hitting. I mean,
yeah,
there's no running. You're there. There's no gloves to be hiding behind.
yeah,
When
no,
your family will say you're not supposed to fight, or people say this is such a man sport. What do you say to
right,
people when you are bare knuckle? You really, I mean, you have like something. You're very lightly padding, but
right.
do
No, there's
you?
no padding.
There's no padding at all. I could
Oh no,
swear
no.
there was
They
like
so
something. You had
so
something.
he we wrap our wrists, but two fingers down from our knuckles.
That's
So
still
Mm.
you get to
something.
wrap the wrist. No, but
It's to
it's
protect your
all
wrist.
knuckle.
It's to protect your. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
protect your
yeah,
wrist.
that's, and I like that.
I
I
like
do.
that.
I like that because it like if you I just feel more secure like when
Yeah.
I punch. Like yeah, it's I like that idea that they let us do that.
How many times have you broken your knuckles?
Ooh.
Just, I haven't broke my knuckles once.
Wow.
Wow. damn, and you hit hard.
You fighting for real, for real.
My God.
Because it seems like we watch a boxing match every other week. They're like,
Yeah,
I hurt my knee.
Yeah, I mean, they broke a fractured.
I've had a little fracture like in here, but never my knuckles.
Yeah, I
You know
mean,
what I mean? Like in here.
Oh, for,
Like
like a
in
hairline
here.
fracture. Okay.
Yeah, just like not too bad, you know.
What's an
It's just
inanimate?
I condition.
What's
Yeah,
an
I condition a
inanimate?
lot.
What's an
Okay.
inanimate object you could hit right now, other than like a bag, and you feel like I could break that? Other than like a bag or like a window.
I don't know if you saw my Instagram yesterday. I'm hitting the sauna wall.
Yeah.
I hit. There's something called a makiwara board. It's Japanese, and you put it nailed on the wall, and it has like a little bit of padding on it, and I just punch it. Like I started lightly, and then it started busting up my knuckles at first, and like cutting them. But now they don't cut. They don't
Holy
hurt.
shit.
Is that considered conditioning if you bust them up?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm just conditioning them.
That's
Yeah.
called I'm done.
Okay, it reminds me of
I'm done.
that reminds me of Kill
A lot
Bill
of
when they
people
were
don't
first
do that
changed.
though.
Yeah.
You do that
Yeah.
specifically? That's not a standard training technique?
I don't know. A lot of people have told me like, what? Like bare knuckles are like, oh, you don't need to do that. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm the one knocking people out, and you're not, dude. Like, and I'm sure like I'll deal with some stuff later, you know, in my life, you know, from doing the conditioning. I don't know, but I don't break it all anymore.
Knock
You know,
on
like,
wood.
I
I
don't
mean, when you
break-
say
yeah, I
that out
know.
loud.
But I don't like I haven't had any hairlines or anything like that since I've made sure to do consistent conditioning. And your hands have to get ready to hit, you know, like hardness like that. If you just go in and you're wearing gloves the whole time and you think you're going to be okay on just pure adrenaline hitting someone's head, and you know, you're going to catch the top of the head sometimes. You know, it's good to hit the nose and the jaw down low, and you know, even right here is pretty hard, you know, the orbital. So that hurt.
That hurts. Just you even describing. I'm like, I don't want to be
Right.
hit there.
Okay.
Yeah, no. but
I don't
it's
have
hard.
a
If
nose,
you
so my
feel it,
shit would
it's
like
hard.
shift.
Yeah, well, my nose like moves. Like I don't get a broken nose. It's weird, right? Like
Oh.
I
I got the
I can
Filipino
literally-
nose, so I'm cool. I got nothing.
Wait, hold on. Because I feel like I'm going to want to zoom in on this later on. Did your nose always do that, or is that the after effect of
Yeah.
a fight?
No, I mean, like
you do
I
that
don't get cut
again?
either. I don't.
Oh, my Lanta.
Like, and my ears. So you know, like MMA fighters, their ears get all like cauliflower.
Yeah, cauliflower. Yeah.
Mine never did because like I can literally twist them up. Like
You
Like,
are
into
super
nothing.
savage.
She's like Gumby.
right. But I don't cut, and like you know, it's notorious for
Are
people.
you
in bare knuckle to
human?
get cut.
That's
I'm
weird.
not Wolverine. It's like cut.
Oh my
Okay.
God. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen you bloody in the ring. But well, maybe because you're knocking everyone out.
Exactly.
So
You
I
never
mean,
get a
there's no
chance.
chance.
Yeah, I don't bleed very much, you know, knock on wood, you know, but I mean, I don't mind bleeding, but I don't want to in a fight because then it looks bad on the judges, you know?
Yeah. Oh.
Yes. So, yeah.
Well, wow, Christine, this was such a fun little interview. We're gonna have to invite you when you get back
For
in
real.
from Miami after your
Yeah.
fight. Come sit
Absolutely.
with us, bring in your beautiful belt. Because I
Have
know did you hear that, drinks?
We gonna bring her some stuff to punch.
Oh my
We gonna bring
God.
some
Oh,
wood.
Yeah. Oh, that would be a
do it.
good test.
Yeah.
I
Be like, okay, are you really about it?
yeah. We have Travis to like wear the armor.
Oh, yeah, let's do
Our
it.
Thanks
sound
for the volunteer.
We have Ryan. We have everyone, all of our sound engineers and our producer to let us know exactly how hard you really hit.
For sure.
But Christine, thank you so much.
right.
And one last question: who is Christine Fereia?
Huh?
Who is?
Who am I?
Yeah.
Who are
yeah.
you?
What's?
I'm-
Yeah.
I'm the baddest woman on the planet.
Okay.
Period.
Period. Put a statement on that, girl.
Period. And please, hey, if you think it's different, come see me. David
Ooh.
Feldman, call my promoter, call my matchmaker.
She got her phone on right now.
David Feldman, you know what? We would love Best Women's Boxing Show, period. Bernie, you hear this? We would love to attend one of the shows and cover the sport because we're not just women in boxing. We are women all about sports.
Yes.
And who can hit. And
David.
she can hit.
Fight fans.
Damon, yeah, David, everyone, Junior, everyone that's watching, we would really love to attend because we'd love some brutal, massive, bloody fights.
For sure.
And we'd love knockouts. And we love Christine. Good luck to you. Best of luck to you. Be safe in the, is it called the octagon in bare knuckle? What is it called there?
Squared circle.
Squared circle. And remember, knuckle up. I remember that's what they call.
Yep.
All right, guys. Make sure you guys tune in to her fight. And it's in New Mexico. If you can, go get some tickets because she's a bloody knockout artist and she's savagery.
Exactly. It's going to be a great one.
All right. Take care, Christine. Thank you.
All right. Thank you guys for having me on.
Bye.
Bye.
God damn.
She's out there probably fucking people up.
Fuck yeah.
Holy crap.
God, when she said nothing hurts her, she just sits there and hits that padding, very light padding. Her knuckles are bleeding and busted, and it's just conditioning. I don't know conditioning like that.
I don't know. Manos de Piedra, for real. Manos de Piedra, for sure.
But that was good. I mean, it was really fun. She was our very first bare knuckle fighter. Someone outside of boxing. So this is what we're doing. We're doing a lot of crossover stuff. So y'all don't be like, oh, they're just doing boxing, women and men. We're doing all. So we'll
be a fight fan. Be a real fight fan.
And we'll even have athletes and celebrities in here who are fight fans. And that's the whole purpose of our show. So stay tuned, guys, because there's so much more coming up.
That's right. So that is it. Thank you again to Christine for jumping in and sitting with us. We look forward to seeing her fight. And I think that's the end of another great episode.
That is another great episode in the can for us, Jeandra. This was fun as always. And you had some fun too.
Okay, calling out people she didn't call out.
I love it. It's all right. I'll get on your level.
Okay.
All right, guys. Another one in the can. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, all of our stuff on our YouTube and all of our social platforms. And we're getting ready for another episode. And also send us your requests. Who would you like us to interview? Send it to our Twitter. Do you know what? Bombard us. Tag them, and tag us because we would love to talk to them on the Brown Table Talk.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Well, another one. I am Cynthia Conte.
And I'm Jeandra LeBeauf.
See you guys at the fights. Bye, guys.